So in this video, I'm going to talk about the phonetic series, which is led by the title phonetic character pronounced ban, ban, in the fourth tone, and its meaning is half, half. And it is a very, very frequent character. You can find it in words like, for instance, iban, which really means one half, or banye, midnight, or even more complicated words like 半导体, which is semiconductor, 半岛, peninsula, or 半球, hemisphere. So really a very, very frequent character. Not only frequent because it can be found in many words as a morpheme in many words, but also as when it comes to the meaning half, you can just use it every day many, many times. And this character, if you look at the modern version, the regular script version of the character, you sort of maybe could sort of derive the meaning half by looking at this stroke, this long vertical stroke separating the character in two identical, sort of not identical but mirror images of the character, and you sort of could derive the meaning half. But if you go one step back to the seal script version of the character, which is this character over here, you see that the character looks slightly different, and it is separated into two parts. The top part of the character, this one over here, which today is written like so, is pronounced ba, ba, and today it means 8, like number 8, but its original meaning was to divide. And the bottom part of the character, which is a different color, this one here, which today is written like so, is pronounced nyo, nyo, and it means ox, ox. And so the interpretation of what these two elements, why these two elements make up this character, is that, and this is, I didn't make this up, this is real. You can go and look this up in the 说文解字 dictionary, and on other commentators, very modern ones as well, say the same thing, that basically an ox is a huge thing that can be separated into two halves. So I'm not sure why whoever was coming up with this character chose the ox as the thing that can be separated into two things. I mean, there are so many things that you can separate into two things, but that's the way it is. Possibly, I was thinking that maybe Nyo earlier had, like the ox character earlier had a different pronunciation that is now lost, and that pronunciation would be very, very close to the pronunciation ban, but whatever ban was pronounced maybe 2,000 years ago. So maybe nyo is actually the phonetic element in this character, but it's really difficult to prove because I didn't find any historical phonetic records of that. In either case, these two elements are in this character, and the modern version of the character is a simplified and formatted version of the seal script. So the ox and the ba sort of merged together, and so this is what we end up having today. This is actually a very nice example of this formatting and simplification of the seal script, that if you want to understand the etymology of certain characters, you really do need to go that one step back, at least into the seal script, if not even further back, to understand what the etymology of the character is. So the characters that are found in the series, and I'm sure there are many more, but I chose I hope the most frequent ones, are these four characters. The first character is pronounced ban. Ban. So a perfect match between the pronunciation of the title phonetic element and the character. And it means to accompany or companion. Excuse this terrible handwriting, but it's really, really hard on this tablet. I'm really trying to do my best. Accompany or companion, and so clearly this is the phonetic element in the character on the right side, and the semantic element in the character is this one over here, which is pronounced ren. In the second tone, it means person. Person. So it points to the meaning to accompany, companion. We can find it in words like 伙伴, which is a partner, ban sui means to accompany someone, or pei ban. Pei ban can be translated as to keep someone company. So if you say 谢谢你的陪伴, it means thank you that you spend your time with me, or thank you for your company. The next character in the series is pronounced pang. Pang, with a G in the end. It means fat. Fat. And there is another pronunciation of this character, which is pan, in the second tone, and it means comfortable. Comfortable. So the main pronunciation, or the more frequent pronunciation, pang, is not a perfect match with the ban, with the phonetic element, which is this one over here on the right side. But the pan pronunciation, comfortable, which is, I'm guessing and assuming, is the original meaning of this character. Well, not the original meaning, but the earlier pronunciation of this character, is much closer to pan. So the tone is different and the initial consonant is different, but it's a very, very close pronunciation, so definitely this is the phonetic element. And the semantic element in this character is this one over here on the left side. And I think I mentioned this in earlier videos. This looks very much like the character yue, which is written like this. And yue means moon, like the moon in the sky. But if you see this character as a radical, as a semantic element in characters, it is not moon, it is just a different way of writing this character over here. So let me just do this. Which is ro, and it means flesh, meat. Flesh, sorry for the handwriting. Meat. And so this is the semantic element pointing to the meaning pang, right? It's pang, fat, flesh, meat, that's why it's in there. And if you look at the steel script version of the character, you can still see this element over here is the full seal script form of this character over here. So it didn't change. In the seal script, it still preserved its full form, even as a semantic element, as a radical in other characters. The next character is pronounced pan. Pan in the fourth tone, and it means to betray. Betray. To betray, to rebel, to revolt. Revolt. And the interesting thing about this character is that the phonetic element is on the left side over here. And now it looks slightly different from the from what the character looks like when it's written as a standalone character, or when it is on the right side. But that's only a matter of design. I mean, the regular script characters are not symmetric or symmetrical, and it's just the way you write elements when they're on the right side and the left side is different. That's all. But it is definitely the same character, and it is the phonetic element in the character pan, to betray, to revolt. And the semantic element in this character is this one over here, which is pronounced fan in the third tone, and it means to sort of to turn over, to flip. So to revolt, to betray, to turn over your beliefs, or to turn over the side that you support. And you can find it in words like pantu, which is a traitor. Bei pan is to betray, and fan pan is to revolt, to rebel, as a verb. And the last character in the series, the phonetic element again on the left side, is pronounced pan again. Pan in the fourth tone, and it means to judge. Judge. And the semantic element in this case is this one over here, which is the short form, or the sort of, I don't know what to call it, but let's call it a short form of writing this character over here, which is pronounced dao. and it is a knife. And it's the semantic element pointing to the meaning to judge. And you might ask, what is a dao sort of element doing in a character that has the meaning to judge? I'm not really sure what are the exact reasons for that, but I know that there are several characters that are related to courtrooms, to judges, to judicial trials that do have the knife element in them. And I'm just assuming that it was somehow related to these judicial trials. I don't think that it was like sort of like a symbol of it was an object that they were directly threatening the criminals with. I just think that it was maybe like an overall symbol of justice or something like that. Maybe, I'm not sure about that. In either case, pan means to judge, and you can find it in words like panduan, which is double syllable way of saying to judge, pipan to criticize, 审判 to try a legal case, and 裁判, which is a referee. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this presentation. This was the Ban phonetic series, and I will see you in the next one.